Hey Mildecon, Joe Dyson here with another quick and easy recipe for you. This one is probably one of our simplest. It's gonna be chocolate mousse, but not just any chocolate mousse. It's gonna be vegan chocolate mousse. And it actually tastes good. So don't freak out when someone says, hey, I'm bringing a friend along, but they're vegan. You have a recipe for them. All right, so the first thing we gotta do is talk about the ingredients. It's gonna get kind of weird for a second, but it's gonna be okay. Stick with me. Can of chickpeas, weird. You get some dark chocolate. So the higher the percentage is what they say is what leads you to be more vegan. This one thankfully says, safe for vegans. However, if you get like a 95%, as close to 100% as possible, that's what they say is more vegan friendly. You're gonna need a half a cup of sugar and a mixer. All right guys, what I want you to do first is you're gonna break up that chocolate into pieces. Doesn't have to be perfect, you're just gonna break it up and put it into a pot. So if you have a double broiler, you're gonna put it in the top part and the water goes in the bottom. If you don't, it's okay. You just make one. You take a big pot, you put water in it. You take this pot with the chocolate in it, put it right on top. It'll kind of float. You put it on the stove, heat it up, you'll see the chocolate start to melt. And then in the meantime, let's work on a different part of this recipe. All right guys, this is where things start to get weird. You're gonna take your can of chickpeas, gonna open them up. You're gonna drain out the juice into a mixing bowl. So what ends up happening, it ends up being about half of a cup, okay? So the same amount that your sugar that you're gonna actually put into this. You're like, oh, well, what do I do with the chickpeas? Well, you can put them into a curry. You could make hummus with them. There's a number of things you can do with them. Maybe I'll save that for another recipe. So now, once you've had those nice and drained, you're gonna add half a cup of sugar to that. All right guys, now you've added the sugar, it's time to mix. So it's gonna be a little different because normal egg whites, when you mix them and you're trying to get those stiff white peaks, it's gonna take only a few minutes. However, with this, it's called aquafaba. It's gonna take 10 minutes. So we're gonna blend, mix. Do it on high, do it on low, do it all around, do it slow. It's gonna turn into those stiff peaks after about 10 minutes, so don't worry. All right guys, been mixing this for 5 minutes and this is what it looks like. Almost there. All right guys, it's been 10 minutes. Look at this. Can't even move it, turn it upside down, whatever you want. Stiff. So remember that chocolate that was melting? You're gonna take that and you're slowly gonna just fold it in. You know, this is really delicate. So you can go ahead and just dump it in and then start folding. And it'll start turning into a beautiful chocolate mousse. See, as we're going here, it's getting darker and darker. Now when it's nice and combined, you're gonna find some sort of canister to put it in. I use just little glass ones that have tops. You'll just spoon it in. Find some sort of fresh berries. You can put some raspberries, strawberries, whatever you want. Kind of set it in just to kind of give it like an effect. Put the top on, pop it in the fridge. You know, it's good to go after about like an hour. You wanna try to eat it the same day because you leave it for a few days, it starts to break down. Consistency doesn't seem like what it was, you know, when you first made it. So there's some other things you can do to this. You can also add a little touch of coffee, you know, maybe put some orange zest in there. You can change it up many different ways. But this tastes delicious. I'm not a vegan, but it still tastes really good. And I hope you and your friends enjoy it and you have a great time and hope you enjoy the rest of Mildecon.